what's happening. We will get started here in a second. Of course, we're going to be talking about some government contracting today, so hopefully if you can catch the live, you're here to ask some questions. Make sure you go ahead and ping some people in the group so they know what we got going on here. Alright, we're about to get started here in 1 second, guys. Doing a couple little technical difficulties to get us rolling. But again, we will be going over some government contracts, taking a look at how they operate, how they work. So hopefully you're able to get some info out of today. By all means, make sure you tell somebody about what we got going on here. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, most importantly, so you can stay updated with all of the information as we do deliver it here. So without further ado, we will get this party rolling again each and every Thursday at noon. We do go over government contracting, so by all means make sure you do subscribe so you can stay updated when we do get these parties rolling and you do not miss out here. But again, I will get started here in just a second. I want to make sure my sound and all of that good stuff is working correctly here. Cool, so we do got that rolling, we got that rolling. Alright, we're getting ready to get this party started. Let me turn my camera on here. We're going to turn that on and turn that off. What's happening, everybody? I'm Dr. Travis Davis from the Washington, D.C. area. I've been doing government contracting now a little over 10 years. Mainly been focusing on the IT side as well as marketing. Been providing those services to the federal government as well as my state and local government too. I know I mainly talk about federal government, but honestly, once you start working with government, you'll realize the same stuff you could do with your state government as well as your local government. But mainly here, we're going to be talking about the federal government side. I always say I like to make my money pure. So when you guys hear me say I like my money pure, it's because money is printed from the Treasury Department, right? And if you guys ever watched the movies back in the day that they put in front of us, like American Gangster or Scarface, like how do you generate the most revenue? You have to get the contraband at its, look, I gotta watch my words on YouTube, they listening. But you get your contraband, you can make the most money when you get it at its purest form, when you get it where it's grown. So I want you to get in that mindset and say, hey, I could generate the most money if I get it at its purest form, where money is created. All money is printed out at the Treasury Department for the federal government. So that's where I want to get my money at. That's how we came up with the name Pure Money here, is because we want to make sure that we're accessing that pure money right there. And trust me, when you get the pure money, you can actually go back, help your community out, and do some amazing things. So hopefully you guys take some information away from this live here. Again, we're here each and every Thursday at 12 noon. So if you hit the subscribe button, you'll get updated with everything that we have going on. But without further ado, let's dive in here again. If you know your NAICS code at any time, you can go ahead and drop it into the chat. I'll be able to see what your NAICS code is, and I can look up some opportunities for you for what you do, right? It's all about what you do. I do government contracting, so I really don't need to talk about myself and what I do. I want to pour into you and make sure that you can find those opportunities that fit what it is that you do. So again, by any means, at any time that you have questions about what you do, drop your NAICS code, put it in the chat. I am reading the chat and I'll be able to answer you there. But without further ado, I want to pull up our contracting platform here. And let me share my screen here with you guys. Oh, I have no sound. My sound's back. Also, guys, if my sound ever drops off, if you could just put in the chat, like, hey, no sound, I don't know why every now and then, but my sound fades away and I gotta check a button. So if you lose sound, just let me know that you don't have that sound there anymore. But anyways, let's change this up here. I want to share that screen with you all. All right, and what we have here again, this is our sam.gov website here. And what you're looking at on sam.gov, this is like the hub of government contracting. This is everywhere where you want to be. And when I say where you want to be, this is where you want to have your business and know exactly what your business is doing, because sam.gov is like the foundation of government contracting. You must have your business registered on sam.gov. Again, I don't know who's watching this. If it's your first time watching it, I always like to make sure you know where to get started. And this is where you get started with government contracting. You click right here on Get It Started. It's going to help you get this unique entity ID. It used to be a DUNS number, but now they utilize this unique entity ID. So make sure you go through the steps to get your unique entity ID. It's also going to give you out a cage codes. But anyways, walk through this process and make sure if you have any trouble at all, they have a help desk right there. By any means, just don't quit. Don't give up because you don't understand what something means in here. Again, this is why they have programs out here. The PTAC program can help guide you through this stuff. Myself, I'm not guiding you through this, so please don't ask me to guide you through this getting started step. There's too many resources out here for you to utilize. And again, they have a help desk, so utilize it. But anyways, once you can get registered in sam.gov, this is where all the sauce is. Now, there's some other websites that give you reporting, and I'll show you those now. So USA Spending, okay, USA Spending.gov, okay, that is going to be a website that we could do research on. All right, that's how I win government contracts. I research the opportunities, okay, before I even think about bidding, before I even think about looking. I'm researching so I could build a pipeline. Now, I'm not saying that I don't find opportunities that are just placed out there that maybe I stumble across, which we'll look through the platform today to see if we see any of those. But for the main part, I know exactly what I want to go after because I've done the research. It's called building a pipeline. All right. So I built my pipeline based off the research that I already have here. My apologies. Put my face back up there. But anyways, I built my pipeline based off the research that I have already. And what happens here is on usaspending.gov, you're allowed to do the research, okay, and find these companies who are already succeeding. Now, I have a cheater's method of how I do. I've cheated all the way through grade school, through college, and through business. And I continue those methods. And the way that I cheat is literally I find companies who are already succeeding, and what I do, and I do copy. All right, I copy exactly the formula that they've laid out to me that's successful. Now, I do teach you guys more about my cheater method and exactly how to copy the best way. If you visit puremoneygovcon.com, you can actually get registered in my course, get signed up, and learn exactly how I utilize the cheater's method. But here on USA Spending, guys, literally just put in your keyword for whatever it is that you want to do, okay? And I promise you, they have contracts sitting there waiting for you. Now, just because you put the word in there does not mean that that is like the actual contract. So what I like to do is look at the last 3 to 4 years of opportunities based off my words that I use. Go ahead and hit that search button for research and development. And then I'm just going to search. All right. And then it's going to tell me 80,000 contracts have been out there for research and development. So just like anything else, it's too many results. Okay. Now, this lets me know that there's opportunity out there, but research and development is so broad, it pulled me up too many opportunities. So now I need to niche this thing down. One way that you can niche it down is with your certification. So if you have a certification, like a women-owned certification or an 8A certification of that nature, what we're going to do is put in our set aside. So I know usually the women-owned businesses or the veteran-owned businesses are ones that are usually following me. So I'm going to go ahead and put those in there, as well as very small business. Now, small business set aside includes every small business. So I really don't want to utilize that one. I want to utilize a certification that can literally start to eliminate a lot of the competition. So now that I set that aside, we go from 80,000 to 41 contracts that had research and development for it. I like this, right? I like seeing 41 opportunities. I can build towards 41 opportunities. I couldn't build with 80,000 opportunities. These 41 opportunities, I get to look at the businesses who have already been successful at doing what I want to do. Now, the beauty is I can see exactly how much they've been winning. You know, General Technical Services been winning $64 million. Okay, for research and development, 13 million, 9 million, 8 million, 7 million, and so on and so on. Now, what this tells me is that they are spending money in research and development. Now, I do have to click on the contract and take a look and see exactly what are they asking to do. Well, one, I got the NAICS code, so I know if I want to do commercial and institutional building construction, well, I need to have this NAICS code. Like, if this is my contract, this is the NAICS code that I want, and I know what agency I need to go after. Okay, I need to be at the VA if I want to do these opportunities because they're spending a lot of money in it. My PSC code, I know which PSC code to get. See, a lot of people keep telling you guys to search for these NAICS codes and PSC codes, and you've never done government contracting in your life. So it's like, how do you know what the NAICS code is? Guys, listen to me. Stop listening to everybody, okay? Go to these websites, find the companies who are already winning. And now you have your NAICS code. Now you have your PSC code. You don't have to guess about this stuff, man. I don't like guessing. I like facts. Okay? So as I scroll down here some more, I can kind of get an idea of maybe what they're saying that they want. All right? I can get the recipient's details. All right, I can literally see what the DUNS number is of that company who won. I can get their address, so just in case if I want to pull up on them and build this relationship, so in the future we can start winning some opportunities together, it's right here. I have exactly where they're at. I can go meet them. All right, I can see exactly what type of business they are. They're a veteran-owned business. This is not a women-owned business, so I know this is probably 9 times out of 10 by looking at it. This is a white male's business, and the reason I'm saying that, I don't see any minority certifications here. All I see is veteran-owned business and small business. They could be a small business. There wasn't a small minority-owned business. This is a small veteran-owned business, and it's a service-disabled veteran-owned business. This is a white male's business, right? So I know what type of competition that I have here. I need to make sure I'm veteran-owned, and hell, I may want to partner with a white male company. Here goes the competition details. I know that 5 companies put in an offer on this opportunity before. Now, guys, I'm showing you the process. This happens for every contract. Don't think just this contract that we're showing and displaying here. Like, I'm showing you this because it's for every contract, okay? So I can see the numbers of offers received, 5. Me personally, Travis Davis and Malmar, we're not going after this opportunity. If I see that 5 people put in an offer previously for this opportunity, well, why the hell do I want to compete? If I jump in here, I'm number 6. I don't like those odds. Instead, I'm looking for offers that say 1 or at max 2 people. The reason I do this is because when I respond and submit my proposal or submit whatever, sources sought, whatever, if there's 2 people and I submit, that means that there's going to be 3 people. To me, I have a 33% chance at winning. I'm doing simple math and simple ratios. If it's 1 person and I submit, that's 2 people who are going to submit, it's 50-50. Either one of us could win this. This is what you have to put in your mind as you're looking at these opportunities. And literally, this is why I mean, do your research first. Why the hell do you want to compete with everybody? I don't like competition. There's too many contracts out here for you to literally just be patient and say, hey, I don't want to spend the resources that are going to be needed to network and do X, Y, and Z in order to get in front of this customer and compete with those people. Instead, I'm going to sit back for a second and wait for the next opportunity to pop up that don't have 5+ people competing on it. Now, the other thing that I'm looking at, all right, a full and open competition. That means that anybody has the opportunity at this. Okay, they wanted a quote, which means you're just going to come in at your quote price, and that's what they're going to rock with. It is a negotiated proposal, so you, of course, can make some negotiations with that. All the rest of this stuff doesn't matter. We can look at additional details. All right. Nope, nothing right there that we need to really worry about. Executive compensation, we don't need to worry about that. All right, now what we're going to look over here is, one, we have our contract number. Okay, so we want to make sure that we know what our contract number is if this is one of our opportunities, because we're going to put it on our pipeline. And we're going to make sure we network towards this contract. If it's coming up, so let's say they awarded this into, 21, so 19, 20, 21, 18, 19, 20, 21. 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. We're coming up on 22. So all 2018 contracts should be coming up for recompete. Majority of them. Let me not say all. Majority of 2018 contracts should be coming up for recompete if they were on a 4-year a 4-year award. That's usually what the contracts are, for 4 years. Sometimes you can get a year, 2 years, but you know you're going to find a lot of opportunities at 4 years out. So you do your past research, look at opportunities that came out in 2018, and now prepare yourself. If they came out February 2018, well, they're coming out February 2022. So now you can network, get yourself in front of the agencies, find out the pain points about the opportunity, so you can now develop the best proposal. And you're going to do that by literally researching your opportunities here, understanding that the VA is where you want to network at. And then you can literally look down here and see, okay, agency details. Like, I need to make sure that I'm over here in the Boston field office. Probably I need to shake some hands out there in Boston. All right. I'm not worried about this. Place of performance. Okay. What is it? Boston. Just like I told you, I'm pretty sure if we put in West Roxbury, this is going to be in Boston. So you want to make sure you have those relationships, not in Washington, D.C., in Boston. This is where it's at. I mean, I don't know why the hell you would want to hang out down here when the work is there. Okay? So, there's no legislative mandates here. Cool. The other thing you want to pay attention to, we did go over that. Yep, we went over the acquisition details and the recipient information. So again, now I can do my research, understand, okay, the VA is the organization that is spending a lot of money in what I do, so I want to build those relationships up with the VA. Now, what you're going to do is literally put about 7 to 8 opportunities in your pipeline that the the Department of Veteran Affairs awards. So now when you go down there to start to network and research, you're not networking and doing your research for no reason. I got 7 opportunities right here that I'm paying attention to, and I seen that they were already awarded. Like, it's not like this is new money. This is awarded money already. You got 1 or 2 options. Either you're going to go after this contract by yourself, and when I say by yourself, you may could have teammates or whatnot that you put on. You're going to prime it yourself, okay? That's the option. Or you could take the second option. I can look right here, and I can see that Veteran Development Corporation Incorporated is the company winning these opportunities. So now I need to go build a relationship with the Veteran Development Corporation Incorporated, so when they go to recompete for this opportunity, I'm on their team. It's the only two options that you got. Or you have a third option that I'm just going to not pay attention to this opportunity at all and I'm going to move on to the next. But if you want to pursue this opportunity, it's only one or two things that you could do. Do it yourself or team with the winners who are already doing it. I'm an independent insurance broker, health, dental, vision, life. Usually trying to figure out if there's a point of entry. Absolutely. So there's a point of entry for insurance brokers. You got to think a little differently here. Just because, again, you're dealing with insurance. Government definitely has employees, so they have to insure all of their employees. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. But with that said, usually they have a lot of the terms, the insurance policies already ready to go for government employees. So you have to think a little differently. If I was an insurance agent and I'm trying to get into this field, technically you're not going to be going after government contracts. I hope this makes sense. Okay. Now, just because I'm trying to stick with insurance, I'm not telling you can't do government contracts. Because what I want you to think about, Ms. Carr, is what do you do in order to issue people life insurance, health, dental, vision? Like, what do? You do admin work, right? You definitely have to do admin work. You have to organize the papers. You got to make sure people are checking the right boxes and filling out the forms and X, Y, and Z correctly. So you do that. The reason I'm saying that is because everyone who thinks about this, like, what skill sets am I producing? Well, since you're producing admin work in order to do your insurance policies, you can now technically go win admin contracts. Okay, so it might not be an insurance contract, it's an admin contract just to do paperwork. You do it anyways, so now it becomes, let me hire 5 people who know how to do admin paperwork. Because I never want you to get in government contract and think about what your hands can do, because the Fortune 500 don't do that, so why should I tell you to do that? Your boss right now usually doesn't do that, so why should I teach you to do that? Instead, I want you to envision, okay, I know how to do admin work, but I ain't really going to do it. Instead, I'm going to look at admin opportunities and be like, oh, I know about 80% of that stuff. I know about 70% of that stuff. Let me go find a subject matter expert who does know how to do it. I'm going to put them on my company, or I'm going to partner with a company that already has done admin work and say, hey, I know a little bit about admin work. Can we partner and then do some bigger opportunities? So that's one way to not eliminate government contracting out of your mind. Okay. Now, if I was an insurance broker, I'm coming right here to USA Spending. And I'll go to the other website too, because I do use both of them, fpds.gov. Okay, these are my 2 research websites. They show awarded money. Like, this is what I want to see. I want to follow the money. Where is the money going? Now, since you're doing insurance, Ms. Carr, what I'm going to do is... I'm going to go back to USA Spending. I'm sorry. I forgot. I usually use this for keywords, but since I want to show you what you should do, we're going to utilize USA Spending, and we're not going to put any keywords in there. Okay. I'm not worried about keywords, but I'm going to look at fiscal year 2022, fiscal year 2021. Now, what I'm going to do here, I want to go to, where is it at? Completed, no. I'm looking for awarded amount, no. Recipient, location, agency, award type. I don't want that. All right, I can't find exactly what I want here. I have software. That's actually how I research these things a little better. Software is better. So I'm just going to hit submit search right here. Now, the reason I'm doing this, Ms. Carr, is all I'm trying to do is see see who won. See who's winning. Okay? And the reason I'm trying to see who's winning, so let me come down here. I have no clue how these contracts already are awarded out that far, but whatever. So I want to come down here to 2021. All right, come on. I didn't know they would have all this pre-data in there. I feel like somebody entered information wrong into the system. There's no way that they have 2022 awarded contracts already. Not unless these are just got awarded in, all right, so they could have just got awarded in 2020, and now you're looking at your 4 years right here. So anyways, I'm looking through here, and the reason I'm doing this, Miss Carr, is I'm looking for the companies who just won a lot of money. All right, this company right here, Power Construction, they just won $6.2 million to do construction. That tells me they got to hire a bunch of new people. I mean, this lets me know that literally they have to scale their business immediately. I can now click on the company and see that they're actually a $25 million business. So the reason I'm doing this is all companies winning new money, that's who I'm going to call and reach out to. I got all of their information. Like, they can't hide from me. Anytime you do government contracting, your business is public. So I can publicly find out how to target you, and now I'm calling you. And literally the same thing. Every day I would come here, I would look for 10 to 15 companies who are winning contracts, put them on my pipeline and give them a call. You will make tons of money by doing this in no time. But the question is, are you going to pick up the phone and call all these people? I mean, this is the simplest solution to business, is picking up the phone and calling people, but a lot of people don't do it. So that's how I would advise you moving forward with your health, dental, and visual business that you got going on there. Again, if anybody has any questions, if you have your NAICS code for your business that you want me to look up some opportunities for you, make sure you drop them there in the chat. If you have any questions about government contracting, put them in the chat. I am able to view the chat so I can answer those questions for you. Also, make sure you share this stream with other people, other small minority business owners. I really want to make sure that we can spread the mission. I'm a firm believer. I'm not with the marching. I'm not with the protesting, because I've looked all my life and I haven't seen results from it. But what I have looked at was this thing called government contracting with a $10 trillion a year budget. And none of us are showing up to get these contracts. We just keep letting the Fortune 500 win the contracts. And what do? We go to school to work for them, always trying to move up the chain. We got to stop that. We have to take our own contracts and start hiring our own community, paying them what they deserve to solve some problems, instead of letting the Fortune 500 dictate everything. So share this live out, share this message out. We need to get our small minority business owners getting our contracts back. What are we calling them for? Thanks. Calling people is what I do. I mean, we were talking about insurance, so we were telling her to pick up the phone and call the companies who just won and ask them, do they need insurance? Like, guys, we can't keep sending emails to people expecting business to happen. This is even with government. Like, you can't just rely on sending people emails and you're trying to get them to pay you $1 million. You're trying to get them to pay you $100,000. Hell, you're trying to get them to pay you $50,000, and you think that an email is going to do it. That's not the trick. That email stuff is for $10. Like, the email stuff is for this online marketing, for your Instagram, selling courses. But guys, when we want to do large opportunities, you need to pick up this damn phone. People need to know who you are. You got to get in the habit of building relationships. I'm not giving you a 6-figure deal if I don't know who you are. And you think that I can learn who you are through email? You think I can learn who you are through your Instagram account? I'm not even looking at your Instagram account if I'm talking about doing a $100,000 deal. I don't give a damn what you do on Instagram. Like, I want to know real results. So the best solution, government, business to business, I don't care. It's to pick up the phone and let people know that you are a genuine person. It is literally the easiest way to win business, and nobody does it. All right. I've been watching your videos and been trying to get started, but need some help. Who do I reach out to? Just need someone to show me the ropes. So I mean, I do have a course. I have a course that teaches this government information. It teaches you how I do it. There's multiple ways of doing government contracting. I don't want to tell you that there's one way to do it. I use a cheater's method. I've developed this method on cheating the approach. I don't create, okay? I find winners who are successful at doing what I want to do, who are already winning $25 million, and I make myself look like them, and then I approach their exact same customers and wave my hand and say, hey, I know you've already been awarding $500 million. I just want 1%. You know, I'm not asking for a lot. I just need some of the coins. Let me dive in there. And I know that you already know how to do business with people who look like me, because I look like the people you've been giving $500 million to. I cheat, baby. Come on, man. I don't know who the hell said cheating ain't good, but I've been cheating all my life. And that's how I teach in my course, man. We have to expedite time. I don't have time to create. I got time to cheat. At the end of the day, when you award me the contract, can I produce? And yes, I can produce, but I don't need to spend time trying to figure out how to explain to you that I know what I'm doing. Instead, I'm going to cheat off winners because they've already proved that their marketing campaign, everything that they do, is the key to victory. If I don't follow their steps, then now I'm caught in the creation steps where I lose money and time, and I don't like doing that. All right. We got the next code 56141. All right, so guys, actually what I'm going to do is go into my software, guys. I really don't, so I'll show you how to search it on Sam. Appreciate y'all for telling me no sound. See, look, when you tell me no sound, I appreciate you guys for doing that. My sound does go out every now and then, so if you guys put no sound in there, I can turn it back on. I appreciate you guys for doing that. 56141, you're missing a digit in your NAICS code. I don't know what that other digit is. 56141 541519. Yeah, it should be a 6-digit code. Am I reading something wrong? All right. So if you could put your other digit of your NAICS code in the chat, I can look you up, but I don't know what the hell 541 41 I don't know. All right, so we'll just search that way. I don't know why it's doing this to me. On contract opportunities, guys, I really hate the free websites. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Products and service information. Oh, here we go. NAICS codes 541. What did she say? 5410 561410. 561410. All right, so this is her NAICS code. Rolling with Miss Jones. This is her NAICS code. So what we're doing is we're searching right here. As you can see, it came up with 23 opportunities for what you got going on here. Sources sought. This is what you really want to respond to. If you can respond to sources sought, you want to try to respond to those as much as you can. Sources sought is the government asking industry, is there somebody out there who can help? Like, we have a problem, is there a solution? Anybody out there who can help us, respond to this. This isn't a proposal, okay? This is you telling the government, I'm here, I can do this. Now, this is where that rule of two comes into play, okay? So what happens is, let's say a white male company responds to this as a source is sought to say, hey, I could do this. And then Miss Jones, you have your women-owned certification, and then you go to Miss Carr because you guys are both in my Pure Money GovCon program, and you guys have been communicating with each other, and you say, hey, Miss Carr, can you send me over your letterhead of your business, a blank letterhead on a Word file? She sends it over to you, Miss Jones, and then you take that letterhead and you put the B- response to this source is sought on Mrs. Carr's letterhead. You take your letterhead and you put the A+ response on it. And then you tell Miss Jones, you tell Miss Carr, you send it back to her and you say, hey, I need you to send it to this contract officer. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to show you live what we're going to do here. All right. So I'm going to take this opportunity here. I'm going to send it back to Miss Carr that has my response on it that I put on her letterhead. And I'm saying, hey, Miss Carr, I need you to send this back to this email address on trying to see if I could quickly find a date without opening the file. All right, so I need to, all right, so the response date was December 13th. So let's say we made it in time, okay? I'm gonna say, hey, Miss Carr, can you send this by December 13th before 1 p.m. Eastern down here to Kristen? All right, I'm gonna give her the title to put in the subject line and the whole response, even the message to send to the contract officer. And what's going to happen is I'm going to respond, Miss Jones, you're going to respond, and Miss Carr, you're going to respond. And then this white male company, he's going to respond. Now, the government has something called the rule of two. It says, hey, if two women-owned certified businesses responded to this opportunity and this white male business responded, well, I got to put this over to small business. And not just small business. Now that two women-owned small businesses answered to this opportunity and proved that they could do it, I need to move it over to a woman-owned small business opportunity. I just eliminated all competition. Now, the other kicker to this, you know how when I sorted through a little earlier, we went from 80,000 opportunities to 41 opportunities because I put it as women-owned? So if you take that opportunity and you put it as women-owned, what are the odds there's another women-owned business looking at it? It's just going to be you, not even your friend that you told about because they not paying attention to it. It will just be you sitting there winning this opportunity because there's no other women. And now all of a sudden you maybe can get direct awarded the opportunity. So again, that's why you always want to answer sources sought. Anytime you see them, you want to answer them. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hey, if you guys are enjoying this information, go ahead and drop a dollar emoji, the money bag. Show me some money in the comments. Let me know that you guys are picking up this information that I'm putting down. All right, now let's keep this party rolling. Also, make sure that you hit the subscribe button so you do not miss out on all this amazing content, and tell somebody else about what we got going on over here. So I'm going to keep moving along her NAICS code. Okay. We see we got some technical writing services, but you see all of these may be a little outdated. All right, they're in November time frame, so I probably wouldn't really touch those. All right, the only one that I see right here under that NAICS code all right, currently is December 14th time frame. Now, what I want to do is I need to understand that, okay, I want, if this is my NAICS code, this is what I'm trying to do. I'm going to take my NAICS code, okay, and I'm going to start doing some research here. And I'm going to come over here to FPDS. That's the other site that I was telling you guys about this research thing here. All right. So I'm coming over here to FPDS, and I'm dropping that NAICS code. Appreciate the dollar emoji right there. I love it. I love it. All right. I see the money coming in. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. So here we go. Now that we're looking at the NAICS code, again, these are already awarded opportunities here. There's way too many. There's 23,574. That's not good search criteria. But one thing that I want to look at here is it's telling me what agencies are spending the most money in what I do. So now I always tell people you should never, ever, ever have more than 3 agencies that you're looking at. Like, the government is so big, you can't supply the government, all right? If you think that you could supply the government, trust me, you are tripping. Instead, you want to find the agencies who are spending the most money in what you do and make that agency your customer, not the government. So for that NAICS code, I mean, it looks like the VA is a top agency spending the money, in DOD. Honestly, I wouldn't focus on anybody else. The DOD is large enough that you don't need others. All right. Now, if you don't want to get in the DOD space because of security, you know, you got to have cyber security. You got to be intact, and you may even, your personnel may have to be secured. So if you don't want to get into that, then look at the other ones like the VA or the Department of Treasury or Health and Human Services, right? Appreciate the money sign, Ralph, Jasmine, Miss Jones. Thank you. All right. So now that I can understand these are my agencies that I want to target, I want to literally put blinders up to everything else, because these shiny objects are going to show all day long. But trust me, you're not big enough to help out the whole government. You're not Lockheed Martin, Booz, Amazon, Microsoft. They have the finances and they have the support to help out the entire government. You do not. So you do not try to be them yet. We're going to get there, right? But we're just starting out. So we want to find our agencies and then learn them. I want to know everything that I possibly can learn about Department of Treasury. I want to know how they operate, how they do business, how much do they do businesses with minority-owned businesses, when do they do the businesses, who is the decision maker over that department. I need to know everything that I possibly can about them. All right. So that's what I'm focusing on here. I can see who's spending money with me. The next thing I can see by putting my NAICS code in is what businesses I can potentially team with. I told you guys, like, the worst thing that you could do in government contracting is try to do this thing on your own. But the best thing that you could do in government contracting is open your mouth and use your voice, build the relationships. Whatever you lack in government contracting. So if they're asking you for 10 years of experience doing X, Y, and Z, and you don't have that, you go partner with a company that does. And the minute that you guys sign that teamwork or that joint venture, you now have the experience where you lacked. If they say that you need a subject matter expert that knows Lean Six Sigma and has certifications for X, Y, and Z, and you're like, oh my God, I got to go back to school to get Lean Six Sigma and these certifications. That's what I thought too. But then I realized, well, wait a minute. I've never heard Elon Musk going back to school to get a certification and a degree in order to perform on opportunities. What did Elon Musk do? He hired the best of the best who already went and got the certifications and a degree and had the experience. And the minute that he hired them and put them under his company Tesla, he immediately that day took on everything that they got. That's the beauty of being a business owner. Whatever your employees have took their life to learn and experience, the minute that they become your employee, they are yours. Okay? Like, everything they've ever done becomes your sales message, because literally you're telling the world, this is my resource right here. I can tell this resource, like, hey, tomorrow I need you to go work over here and not over there. I own the resource. So I get to sell my resource how much and however I please. That's called building a business. So I want you all to always remember, when we're looking at opportunities, it's not about what your hands can do. It's about what can you put together. Now, the best way to get started is in things that you know about, so nobody's getting over on you. But by all means, guys, you guys can go make vaccines tomorrow. I mean, the money's out there to do it as long as you apply and abide by the rules. You can do vaccines just like Johnson & Johnson did. Right? Man, I hope YouTube doesn't, man, they hate when you say vaccines. I forgot about that. Stupid. But anyways, as we keep looking through here, I now see that I have companies to team and partner with. Now, let me show you guys quickly how we look through FPDS, okay? Anytime that you see an opportunity here and you want to look in more details, you need to make sure that you hit view, or else you're not going to be able to see it. All government softwares are Boolean search. So you need to make sure you're studying how to use Boolean search. All right, if you want to be able to use these platforms the best. Now, right here, if I click view, when I look through here, it's going to be something like USA spending. Okay, it's just formatted a little differently. I can see the exact value of the contract for what they've currently spent, opposed to what the actual contract is worth. I can see the period of performance, and I can see the estimated date of completion, so I know how to start aligning my pipeline. I can see the contract number, so I always make sure I put my contract number in there. Now, here's a kicker. I don't know if this is the person over the contract, or maybe if this was an intern just inputting the information, but I kind of got a person that I could start doing some backtracking and researching. And if you learn about, what is this, Department Offices, Secretary, Department of Secretary Policies Management. If you learn about them, you'll learn about their naming convention of their employees. So what will happen is, maybe this is Ronson, his real name is K. Ronson, and his first name is D. Okay, but you'll learn that when you learn the agency you work with, because not all agencies name their people by the same way. They don't all have the same standard. Every agency probably does business differently. So this is why you want to learn the agency and not spread yourself out. All right. I can see the office who's actually funding the money. Okay, so that's where I want to hang out at. If there was any set aside opportunities right here, they would have had that checked. I can see the company that they gave the business to. I can see their DUNS number, so I can look them up. Well, we're switching to this unique ID number, so I could take this number and look up their company to see what else they've been doing. Remember, we want a team, okay? We want to make sure that we're building relationships. We don't always have to team, but if I know that this company is doing great work, I want to start building a relationship with them. Now, this is a place in Nigeria, so I mean, you could build your Rolodex. You got a company overseas, now you can work with some overseas things. I see my NAICS code and my PSC code. Guys, I know you all often hear people say, yo, your NAICS code will take you to the stuff. But guys, this PSC code right here, it will drive you straight to what you do. So when you find those companies that are doing what you want to do, look up that PSC code. It's going to pull up all of the work for whatever that PSC code is for. The NAICS code is like the overall. Look at it like this. The NAICS code is Nike shoes. Like, we know that we can get Nike shoes under that NAICS code. We know if we put another NAICS code in, we can get Reebok shoes, but it doesn't tell us exactly what shoe. The PSC code is like the Jordan 1s. It's exactly what shoe under that NAICS code. I hope you guys understand the difference between the NAICS code and the PSC code with that analogy right there. All right. As I keep scrolling down, what did I tell you I want to see? Number of offers received. Guys, this is like where you want to be. I want to be in the mix right here where there's no competition. I get here, like, I mean, it's rose gold. This is why you want to spend the time doing your research, finding the opportunities where the path of least resistance. I be having people sending me messages like, Travis, there's this $200 million opportunity. Like, come on, my guys. Do you possibly think that you're the only company looking at $200 million? Like, let's be serious. The higher you get, the more eyes is going to be seen. I don't like that. Like, when I could come over here and win these $2 million, $3 million, $500,000 opportunities that have no competition. And I can get them directly awarded to me and we ain't even got to write proposals. Now, when I do want to go write proposals, I'm going to make sure, again, even some of them $50 million opportunities only got 2 people looking at it. I like the odds, okay? If the number's too high, I just don't like to play with it. All right, so the last thing we're going to do right here, we're going to take your NAICS code. This is the software that I do utilize. It's called GovWin. I also utilize another software called Fed Bid Speed. If you like access to the Fed Bid Speed, it's way cheaper than GovWin. I'm not even going to recommend that you go get GovWin. Do not, I repeat, do not go get this software. This is for companies who are developed. This software costs $10,000. That's why I'm trying. Matter of fact, just so you guys can know I'm not playing. GovWin price. They don't even have the price on the website because they want to do a consultation call with you because they understand if they put $10,000 up there, you're going to run away. All right. So let me see. All right, so what does it say? GovWin starts out at $17.50 per year. Here's the kicker. Now, this is why I'm laughing. It says it starts out at $17.50 per year. Guys, I paid $10,000 and I still don't have some of the features. Like, I can't look up state and local contracts because I need to pay another $5,000 for it. All right, don't quote me on the exact prices, but I'm telling you, the damn software is expensive. They make you pay for all of these extra add-ons. But anyways, let's go here to search. I'm going to put in that NAICS code again. Oh, I got to log in. Sorry. Now, I consult to companies. That's why you actually see that's another trick to do in government contracting. As you learn how to do government contracting, again, it's not always about what you can do. So I consult to, I think we have about 18 companies right now that we consult to, and essentially I find them opportunities doing their research, just like how I would do with my own company if I wanted a contract. I'm doing it for them. And the reason I love consulting for these companies is because they actually pay me to network. And all I do is I go network around promoting their company, which essentially will get my company popping when I'm ready to go after my own contracts. So what I do here with this software, I'm going to do forecast the RFP, pre-RFP. I'm going to come down here to my NAICS code. And we're going to put in, hey, what's going on, Kenny? How you doing? 561. Again, if you guys are picking up valuable information here, please drop a money sign in the chat. Let me know that you are picking up what I'm putting down. And also make sure you hit the subscribe button. And I don't know if there's a like button on the live, but hit that too, so you guys can make sure other people can get this valuable information here. So now what I did was I looked up the pre-RFPs and the forecasted RFPs for this NAICS code here. Now, with my software, again, this is pretty much the stuff that we just pulled up on sam.gov, and I did this so I could show you sam.gov. The free stuff does work, but as you can see, it was a whole lot easier for me to find it with my software than actually going through the sam.gov stuff. So what I essentially end up doing, and I'll actually take you guys over to the other software that I was telling you about that's a whole lot cheaper. If you guys would like to get this, I actually do have a link. If you send me a message on Instagram at official Travis Davis on Instagram, I can actually get you this link over so you can get the best bang for your buck. All right, let me go here. The Fed bid speed is way cheaper than GovWin. All right, come on, log in here. And the only reason why I wanted to show you Fed bid speed so you could get an image of it, I think Fed bid speed actually gives off a better image of it than what GovWin does. But I'll also show you, I actually handle all my main work on GovWin. I really don't do too much here on Fed bid speed because I've been using GovWin for so long. But I did learn Fed bid speed because I wanted to bring it to my government contracting clients with a cheaper price. We need software, but the price that they were asking for was just too much. So what GovWin right here, when we look at my pipeline, this is my pipeline, right? So I built my pipeline. I can see all of the opportunities that are coming up. I got 7 forecasted opportunities in 2022. I got 11 pre-forecasted opportunities, which means they may not happen. It's an idea that they put out there. And I even got 4 opportunities that we're already looking at for 2023 here. But with Fed bid speed, you could actually do the same thing. It just has a different look here. And essentially, you could build your pipeline. This is called a pipeline, okay? So you're going to load up your pipeline so now you can manage the opportunities. If you want $5 million in the next year, you need to build a $50 million pipeline. So you're going to keep putting opportunities in there, and literally they're going to generate you the revenue that you need. You're not going to win $50 million, but I promise you, if you load up the opportunities and you stay focused at your $50 million pipeline and not pay attention to other people and other things, you won't get distracted and you'll network towards your pipeline. Now, the other beauty, I told you guys, 1 to 3 agencies max. So if you load $50 million up with your 1 to 3 agencies and you constantly keep talking to them about only your $50 million pipeline, won't they notice who you are? Won't you be seen? Because every day I'm just talking about my pipeline. Like I don't want to talk about what's going over in Department of Energy, and I'm here with HHS, Department of Health. I could give 2 damns about what's going on over there. I want to focus right here with my pipeline. So again, now I could take my pipeline, I could put notes in it, blah, blah, blah. I could tell everybody about what's going on. So again, as you guys could see with my pipeline here, we actually respond, we do teammates, the whole shebang. Now, when you actually are in my one-on-one coaching program, I use my softwares to help you out a whole lot better because I can actually come to the contracts right here. This is what you can research and find this stuff by all means. The free sites, you could do it. I do teach you how to do the free sites in my government contracting course. But we'll be here all day for me to teach you how to use those free sites. With my software here, and when I consult with my clients and when I work one-on-one with my clients, I actually can come here and tell you everything about the contract. I can tell you the timeline of the contract, when things are about to do, because GovWin has already done all the research for me, as well as the description. I can tell you about the description of the opportunity, everything that needs to be done. Now, the reason why I want to expedite this stuff is because now I don't have to spend all of the time researching. I can immediately come over here to vendors and teaming and see what people are looking at this opportunity. Now, these are 10 companies looking at this opportunity on GovWin software. Okay, I don't like that. That lets me know I'm not about to go after this unless I can find somebody right here who is willing to climb and I can join their team and they're going to take the brunt of all the work, because I'm not about to do a bunch of work when I got 10 companies competing. I'll be number 11. Those odds aren't good. But again, if this company is willing to prime and I'm like, oh, well, they're in good position to win, I need to join their team. But the other thing I want to make sure I pay attention to is these guys already won. So I need to make sure I understand, hold on. Am I going to build a winning team, or am I going to get myself on a losing team? Odds are, from looking at this, you would be putting yourself on a losing team to spend time for this opportunity. There's this company right here called Chickasaw Health. I don't need to look at this to understand that Chickasaw Health is a Native American company. I'm almost 100% sure that this is a Native American company. We do not compete with Native American companies. You just can't win, okay? They can do things that you just can't do. Now let's click here and let's see. Is Chickasaw a Native American company? American Indian owned Indian tribe. I don't want to mess with them. Just leave them be, let them go, and go on to the next opportunity. You are no competition for a Native American company, nor an Alaskan Native company. So do not give them any energy. You're wasting your time. And what you can do, which I have done, is built a relationship with a Native American company. So when I do find those opportunities, I can do just like they did right here. Look at what they did. All right, let me go back here. Come on. What did they do? It looked like they teamed. It looked like they did some joint ventures. They built the relationship. They built the team that was needed in order to win. And you can do the exact same stuff. Build the teams that you need in order to win. This is a $49 million opportunity. They got $49 million off of this. This is enough to share. All right. So this is what I'm able to do and utilize with my software. I can also see who the contact of this is, and I can see the previous contracts, okay, with each company. So now I can take a look at the contract and see exactly what was being asked previously, which will help me prepare myself for writing the best proposal if this was something that I wanted to go after. But I actually take this information, I package it all up, I put it into a real nice, sweet ass package, and then I come over and find one of these vendors, and then I promote myself to them to be a consultant to them. And then I'll be the boots on the ground that I'll start showing up right here to FDA. FDA and HHS. This is really a HHS opportunity. FDA is the big agency, all right? HHS is under FDA. But now I know who I'm going to network with. FDA is going to be my customer, okay? That's going to be the agency that I put into my program. Now, look, guys, this is what I mean. FDA agency or FDA, what branches are under it? My keyboard be missing letters, driving me crazy. All right, so the FDA, that is one of the biggest branches, and they're under HHS. I'm sorry, the FDA is not the main one. I should have said HHS. All right. What agencies are under HHS? All right, so HHS is the main agency, and this is what I mean by you just need 1 to 3 agencies to work with. So if we take a look at HHS, you're like, okay, well, HHS is my customer. What agencies are under them? Well, you got the Administrations for Children and Families. You got Community Living. What do we got? Research and Quality. I mean, guys, we can keep going on and on. I mean, the FDA is under here. The CDC is under here. CMS is under them. So again, your lead agency would be HHS. You need to learn HHS. Then once you get in under HHS, you can see, well, maybe NIH is your target under HHS. So now I'm going to pour into NIH. I'm going to pour into HHS. I'm going to show up at their events. I'm going to, most importantly, the number one thing is to know their mission statement. Like, how can you ask these people for money and you don't even know what their mission is? You don't know what their mission is. You probably don't know what your own mission is. Like, again, we have to do things differently. If we're asking people to pay us large dollar amounts, we need to make sure we take our time and do our research and understand who we're talking to before we sit at the table and talk to them. All of this information is public. Again, they're not hiding anything. They're just asking you to read. You know how many people read? Not too many. All of the information is here. if this was your target agency, and again, I do teach this information in my government contracting course, puremoneygovcon.com. You can get registered to really learn how to do this thing. But this is the last thing I'm going to leave you off with, and then we're going to get out of here, and I'll be back here next Thursday at noon. So if HHS was my target customer that I wanted to go to, the first thing I'm going to know is their mission statement. The reason I want to know their mission statement, I told you guys we cheat, okay? I'm going to take their mission statement, and guess what my mission statement is about to be? My mission statement is going to intertwingle, or whatever. We're going to intertwine, I said twingle, intertwine the mission statement of HHS into the mission statement of my business. That is I just told you guys gold right there. Okay. So literally when you go to build your mission statement, and if it doesn't show you right there in point blank view, HHS mission statement. Now the reason I want an HHS mission statement, if HHS mission statement is this, every agency under it got to be something similar to that. So, as you can see, their mission statement is to enhance the health and well-being of all Americans by providing effective health and human services and by fostering sound, sustained advances in the science and underlying medicine of public health and social services. Well, when I go to make my capability statement and I talk about what Malmar does, and matter of fact, you know what? Let me pull up my capability statement, because Malmar, I need to see the last capability statement that I have. Malmar, one of our lead customers, is HHS. So let me see how I have this one. So I have about 32 mission statements, by the way. Not mission statements, capability statements. Because I pull a different capability statement out for whoever I need it for. Alright, so I'm looking at them. Malmar, health and human services by providing effective health and human services by fostering sound, sustained advances in science, underlying as innovative, disadvantaged minority business technology, specializes in supplying dynamic solutions for students, federal science sectors. We are data driven. Alright, yeah, so I got to figure out which opportunity this one was for. I should have labeled it right. But anyways, you usually want to take your statement right here, okay, and cater it using their words, guys. We have to all right, so the keyword, enhance the health. So maybe your technology, if you're in the technology side, you have technology that you're going to say Malmar LLC is an innovative, disadvantaged, minority-owned, SBA certified 8A technology company meant to help enhance the health and well-beings of their customers. I'm using the words that they understand, and I'm not taking this capability statement and taking it over to DOD. I'm taking this capability statement and only presenting it to HHS. DOD is going to have their own capability statement that's catered to them. When I come down here and I explain my government expertise, guess what do you guys think that I'm doing? I'm going over to CMS and I'm saying, hey, CMS, what's your mission statement? Right? I need to see what words are they utilizing. So when I do my marketing, again, I'm not in the business of doing marketing the way that my emotions tell me to do it. I'm in business of winning. I want to win. I don't want to play with people. So I need to meet them where they're at, not where I'm at. Where they're at is where their mission statement is. So I need to make sure that I'm using words, that I'm explaining what I do in the way that they have learned how to do things, not the way that I've learned how to do it. I'm a business owner. I'm the entrepreneur. I need something from them. I need to put in the time, the research, and the effort to understand who they are before I go sit at this table. The reason you're not successful right now is because you don't want to spend the time doing the research. You want quick wins. The lazy method. Guys, if you want to hit big numbers, if you want to change your entire wealth, you're going to have to do things differently. And the number one way to do things differently in 2021 is to do what a lot of people will not do. I mean, a lot of people will not do what I'm about to tell you to do. And the number one thing to do is to, oh, hold on. I gotta turn this off for you for a second. And then I gotta turn this off for you a second, so you guys can quite feel what I'm saying. The number one thing that I want you guys to do going into 2022 for business is to pick up the phone. You can't beat the phone, man. You cannot beat how much this phone can make you. Pick up the phone and start calling people using your voice. It will change your entire life. It will change your entire business. We take the time to do the research. Okay? That's the piece nobody wants to do. We don't want to research, because when we research, it leads me to picking up the phone. So we don't like to research. Instead, we like to say, oh, I sent the email. Somebody should have responded. I made a post on Instagram. Somebody should have seen it. You didn't pay Instagram. You didn't learn how to send emails correctly. You haven't done anything to better the solution that you're trying to provide, right? But I'm telling you right now, this free solution is called picking up the phone. Using your voice and letting people hear you. It's the easiest thing to do to generate yourself some revenue. So again, I appreciate all of you guys for hanging out with me. When I do post this, it will save on YouTube. Make sure you guys like it, subscribe to the channel, share this, comment under the post, guys. Again, we need the entire minority business owner industry, the community, to hear about government contractors. It is a $10 trillion plus a year industry, and 23% of that budget, it needs to come back to minority owned businesses. It's the rule of government. I'm not making it up. So we need to make sure that we're telling our minority business owners about this. I promise you, 23% of the federal government's budget can change anybody's situation. You don't even need 23%. Imagine if you were just to get a fraction of a percentage of a $10 trillion budget. Would that change your entire life? If your answer is yes, then you need to be doing government contracting, and make sure you let somebody else know about it. It's something similar to customizing your resume and cover letter based on the keywords, based on what job list. Come on, Jasmina, that is all it is. Changing your resume up for the keywords to connect in. That is why you want to know who you're working with, so you can cater the words to them, not to you. All right, you got it. You got it on the money. Again, puremoneygovcon.com. Make sure you get registered, join into the community. If you're on my Clubhouse, we do have a Clubhouse club called Recession Proof. Make sure you find us on Clubhouse. We open up rooms there. I lost my camera. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Let me see if I can get you guys a new camera here. I don't like not being on camera. But if you guys can find us on Clubhouse, search Recession Proof. You'll be able to get that club right there. We do open up rooms on Clubhouse to make sure that, again, you can always stay updated about business information. We not just talk about government contracting over there. We also really dive into the mindset, because here it is. I'm a firm believer that you're not going to become successful how you should be if you don't prepare the mind. It's not every day that we go after $1 million plus. Okay, that's not something that's being talked about in our communities. So you need to make sure that you are literally joining a group of individuals who do get it, who do understand it. And what'll start to happen is things are going to start to click in for yourself. And that's what you want to start to develop. And when the mind can start to believe, oh my God, you start achieving a lot of things. So again, on our room and Clubhouse Recession Proof, you get a lot of value there. Also, follow me on Instagram, Official Travis Davis. I'm always putting valuable information there for you to learn as well. You can actually look through my posts, and I'm telling you, you're gonna pick up a lot of nuggets there. So that is at Official Travis Davis, that you can catch me there. Other than that, guys, I appreciate you all for hanging out with me. Romo, say thanks. All right. Romo said thanks. He appreciate you guys for hanging out with us too. He's been asleep over here. But other than that, I will be back here next Thursday teaching you guys government contracting information. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel so other people can find out all the amazing things that we got going on over here. I love you all. Talk with you later. Have a great day.